halfway through these text messages, and you're sitting here and you're telling me that you're denying betting on races, gambling. You're denying that you were dealing or talking about drugs and supplying drugs to other people. You're denying that you were engaging in acts of prostitution. And it doesn't matter whether the woman, you know, prostitution is defined as paying for sexual services.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, officer, tell us, when did you first begin to supervise Mr. Clark?
I started supervising Mr. Clark at the beginning of this year when he was accepted into our Veterans Honors Court.
Okay, and what were his underlying charges?
I believe it was a possession of drugs, a felony of the 3rd degree.
Okay, and when you first started supervising him, did you have a face-to-face meeting with him, which you presented the rules of probation?
I did not, because he was actually already on supervision at that time, but Officer Lily Williford did.
Okay, previously?
Yes.
Okay, and he signed those rules acknowledging that he understood the rules of probation, correct?
He did.
Okay, and under your supervision, did you come to have knowledge that he had violated some of those rules?
I did.
Okay, and you filed an official violation on those?
I did.
Okay, so let's talk about those, and this looks like this, what date was this violation filed on?
I originally filed it on June 5th of 2026, and then I did amend it on June 18th of 2026 once he received lab results back.
Okay, so let's talk about each violation that you have cited Mr. Clark with. There was a violation of general condition number 1, correct?
Yes.
All right, so what was that violation presented for?
On June 2nd of 2026, a search of the defendant's phone indicated that the defendant was soliciting prostitutes.
Okay, and what evidence did you find to support that information?
I saw text messages on his personal cell phone that was taken by the 2 officers who had arrested him. The defendant did provide us with his passcode for the phone, and I was able to search through the phone. Do you want like the specific?
Yeah, well, first of all, you presented the court with a packet this morning, correct?
I did, yes.
Of the photographs of his phone containing those messages?
Yes.
Okay. Can you point to specific messages in that packet, which for the record will mark as State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, if you can just give me a second to
Yes,
organize.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And I realize they're not
Yeah, I'm
numbered,
sorry, and that's my
so-
fault. They're not in order. Okay, I have.
The court's reviewed the text messages. The court's familiar with the allegations, so let's move on.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Okay, so let's go to the second violation, which is of general condition number 7, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the violation that fell under general condition number 7?
So there were 3. The first was on June 1st of 2026, the defendant failed to call the random drug testing line. On June 2nd of 2026, the defendant submitted to a drug test that was positive for methamphetamine. The defendant denied use of the substance. The sample was sent out to the lab for confirmation, and the drug test came back confirmed positive for amphetamine. And then also on June 2nd, during a home visit, a detox drink was found in the defendant's vehicle.
Okay, and general condition number 13, he was also cited under that one, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the violation under that?
On June 2nd, 2026, the defendant was administratively discharged from DeCoach Recovery in Hamilton.
Okay, and what information did you receive about that?
So on June 2nd, I received a phone call from DeCoach Recovery in Hamilton, and they actually were the ones who made me aware of the situation, and it was actually like there were previous concerns that were just now being brought to my attention from the defendant's behavior. And then I actually received the administrative discharge paperwork from DeCoach on that day as well, which is where that violation comes in.
Okay, and finally, there's a citation for violation of general condition number 14. Tell us about that one.
On June 2nd, 2026, a search of the defendant's phone indicated the defendant was engaging in gambling and going to casino and or Racino establishments between the dates of 5/16 and 5/30 of 2026.
Okay, and that information was also provided within the search of his phone, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that's the same text messages that are provided to the court, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I have no further questions for you. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Moss?
No.
Oh, that's on the amended one, wasn't it?
So, officer, it's fair to say then that the the entirety of the evidence is the text messages, correct?
The text messages, but then the actual home visit itself, which resulted in the detox drink being located and him submitting to the positive drug test.
Okay, now, the positive drug test was for amphetamine, not, the confirmation was amphetamine, not methamphetamine.
Correct.
Okay, now, he told you that he was taking a weight loss drug, correct?
He told me this information, but I did not have any verification, and any scheduled substance, like an amphetamine, for example, is reported to the ORS account, which we have access to. And so when I conducted the ORS search, there was nothing that returned.
And ORS is a,
It's the, like a pharmacy reporting method that pharmacists and doctors are required to use.
She's saying he doesn't have a valid prescription for amphetamine.
correct, but he presented some type of prescription to you, did he not?
He did not. I don't have any.
I gave it, excuse me.
Because it's his position that he gave you a prescription that, whether it was still valid or not, he at least had some type of paperwork supporting it. You didn't receive anything from him?
I don't have any records of the amphetamine prescription, no.
Okay. So do you remember receiving anything from him?
I don't.
Mr. Clark, you may not say anything.
okay,
This
I'm
is
sorry,
this is a formal hearing that you requested. There is a certain procedure that we follow.
Yes, sir.
You talk to your attorney, and then he will relay it to the court.
Okay.
And now, on condition one, the solicitation of prostitutes violation allegation, I mean, you don't know who these messages were from, correct?
I do not.
And you
I
don't-
just know
you don't-
the content of the messages.
But the content appeared to you to be soliciting prostitutes,
Yes.
but you don't know who she was?
No.
Or if she was a prostitute or not?
No.
And on June 1st, when he's accused of failing to call the random drug test, did he not attend a drug and alcohol class that day?
He did.
And did he not give a sample that day?
He did, and it was positive for methamphetamine at treatment.
Okay, so that's what he gave the sample on June 1st and it was positive. What happened on June 2nd?
On June 2nd, he was positive for our drug test that was conducted out in the field at his address in Hamilton.
Okay, so he appeared on June 1st and gave a drug test.
He did not he did not call the random drug test line, which is
Okay,
in.
But he went to his class and he gave a drug test. He gave it, correct?
He did at treatment, yes.
Yes, okay. And the purpose of the drug testing line is you might have to give a drug test, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he was discharged from DeCoach for these things that you're accusing him of today, correct?
Not all of the probation violations directly are correlated with that. It also has to deal with his behavior in groups. They claimed it was, I want to say it was like disruption with groups and with other participants at DeCoach who were also positive and said that they received drugs from Mr. Clark.
But when he was administratively discharged, that tracks the day of the positive drug test, correct?
It was the day after at DeCoach.
Okay, okay. And as far as casinos go, or the racetrack, you don't have, no one was present that saw him at the racetrack, right? You
No
don't
one
have-
was what?
You don't have any witnesses that saw him at this racetrack?
I don't have any witnesses. I just have the photos, and then there's a video that he sent to someone else of like horses, like
Okay,
running by.
But still, no witness saw him there, and he didn't admit to being there, correct?
He admitted to being there on the text messages.
On text messages?
Yes.
Okay, but not to you personally?
No.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Any redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. One follow-up, Officer Breches, regarding the violation for general condition number 7. I think there's one thing that we skipped initially, and you also found information that the defendant was buying and selling drugs, correct?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So the violation reads that a search of the defendant's phone on June 2nd of 2026 showed text messages that involved the defendant's attempt to buy and sell drugs between the dates of March 31st, 2026 and June 2nd of 2026. Specifically, these drugs included marijuana, mushrooms, MDMA, Adderall, Xanax, cocaine, and methamphetamine.
And is it also correct that in your search of his phone, you found photographs of mushrooms and other drugs, specifically on drug scales?
That is correct.
Nothing further.
Mr. Moss?
Thank you. You found no drugs, though, correct?
Correct.
Okay. No further questions.
Ms. Tranter, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Moss?
Can I have a moment, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
A probation violation hearing begins as prosecutors present evidence against veteran court participant Craig Clark. Officers testify that phone records allegedly revealed discussions about drugs, prostitution, and gambling. Additional violations include missing drug testing requirements, testing positive for amphetamines, possessing a detox drink, and being discharged from a recovery treatment program.
Defendant has, in fact, violated the terms of his community control. The question now comes, Mr. Clark, with regard to sanctions, and the sanctions, obviously, you've been here long enough to know.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, I can deal with someone who has a relapse, that's suffering from substance use disorder. What I can't handle, what I'm having difficulty with, is the criminal behavior and the criminal. Let me ask you this, sir. Is there something that you want to say to me?
Yes, I would, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
The methamphetamine that showed up is for vitality weight loss. Her probation officers that came to my residence took it with my 2 phones. They accused me of being a drug dealer because I had 2 phones. I said, I'm not a drug dealer.
Well,
They said,
well,
"Why?"
okay, let's stop. Like I said, the amphetamine issue, I can deal with that, but let's talk about these text messages, because I gotta tell you, I come to the same conclusion that Officer Vretos did, that you were not only dealing and supplying drugs to other people, whether you were selling them or not, I don't know. You may have been giving them away.
Yeah.
And then the prostitution issue, you were clearly offering someone money for sex. I mean, how do you explain these text messages?
Just an old man being silly and stupid because I'm old and lonely. And I didn't do any drugs, I swear, on my grandkid's life. It was a prescribed medicine from a diet pill. That's what I took.
Did you go to the racetracks?
Huh?
Did you go?
I went to, excuse me, I went to the Kentucky Derby.
Did you
My
have permission to
probation
go to the
officer,
Kentucky? Did you have
approved it.
Did you have permission to go to the Kentucky
No, I
Derby?
wasn't allowed to bet on the races, but I could go. My buddy's a trainer down in Louisville.
No, one of the rules of probation is you are not permitted to be in any casino or gambling place, right? So you you didn't get permission from Officer Vretos to leave the state, did you?
Yes,
So just for that weekend?
that weekend.
But that is not what the
That was
violation
my birthday weekend.
date is.
That was in May 1st. That was Derby weekend.
All right, so it says here in your text from you to someone named Tasha Marie, well, I got Molly, Addie's, mushrooms, and $1,200.
Yeah.
What are Molly, Addie's, and mushrooms?
She owed me money for a mile and daddies and all that from a long time ago.
No, it says, I got Molly, Addie's, mushrooms, and $1,200. How do you explain that?
That's what I had.
Huh?
Huh? I was just telling her what I had because she was trying to get drugs and I wasn't selling it to her. If you look on my phone, the last thing I ever said to her was, leave me alone. Thanks for ruining my life. I never want to talk to you again.
May 29th of 2026, while you were while you were a participant in this court, you're telling someone that you have Molly, Addie's, mushrooms, and $1,200.
I didn't have that. On my grandkid's life.
Then you say, I got some good weed, and I got for you, and Xannies. Xannies or Xanax, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
That was a girl I was dating, not a prostitute.
And I got some good weed, and I got for you, and Xannies.
And I no
It's the
longer
second
date
time.
her.
I'm sorry?
And I no longer date this woman. For 6 months, I'm going through the coach, and they're talking about how great I'm doing. Everything's going great. Never failed a piss test. Never did anything wrong. I give people rides to work. Everybody's talking about how great I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, one weekend, I turned into the worst guy in the world. That's not how this went down. I'm talking to some woman I hate. Well, I actually care about her, but she's I've shunned her out of my life now. I've done what I'm supposed to do. I'm never going to talk to her again. The phone I have is, I got the other phone. I have the brand new phone. I'm getting ready to turn onto that phone and not talk to anybody ever again. Ever.
Won 380 on the last race, $1,300 balance.
On what?
On a race, you bet on a race.
That was the Kentucky Derby. I didn't bet. My buddy bet. And I just told him who to bet.
Checking to see what if you got that from me, I got you an 8-ball. That refers to an ounce of cocaine, correct? What's it referred to?
Yeah, yeah. Whatever she was asking, I was just answering to what she was writing.
Does Justin want one too?
Who?
Justin? That's
I
what
don't know Justin.
you said it.
Justin.
You wrote back to Justin on one, too.
Did you ever talk to
Oh,
your,
that's, okay, I know who he is.
did you ever talk to your guy about those Xanax?
Nah,
One $1,100.
there's a,
And someone asked you, Anthony asked you, do you want any of those Adderall? And you said yes. Then with regard to the prostitution claim,
there's no,
just need a few prices for your beautiful self.
Your Honor, please
Then
read
you're
her
actually,
text.
then you're actually quoting a price for a quarter.
No,
One $1,100. Let's see. Did you get some ice? That's a drug, right? Then you say, I got you an 8-ball. Does Justin want one?
Charleston's her boyfriend. And she's dating.
I need maybe a hole of Molly, and can you get them? Jail cap things again. We were dealing with the Hope weekend. Your woman said, hey. I'm only halfway through these text messages, and you're sitting here and you're telling me that you're denying betting on races, gambling. You're denying that you were dealing or talking about drugs and supplying drugs to other people. You're denying that you were engaging in acts of prostitution. And it doesn't matter whether the woman, prostitution is defined as paying for sexual services.
Okay.
To me, it seems pretty clear in your, I'm not sure what you're even saying at this point in time. Is there somebody here from DeCoach that could shine light on what the allegations were from DeCoach and why he was discharged?
Yeah, let me pull up my computer so I can pull up his file real quick.
No.
So, I have like email correspondence between, the clinical supervisor at the Hamilton location where he was receiving services. That is how I initially, got brought to light this information. She just said, hello, this client is rumored to be selling drugs out of his car. This has been a rumor for a very long time. Today, we had another client show up under the influence. He stated that he was with Mr. Clark last night and that this is where he got the drugs from. Both clients tested positive for meth today. Let's see. And then she's just asking how we should move forward with Mr. Clark. She said all of this information was told to her, confidentiality. That, I believe, is when, Dory, you were also in the loop of these emails as well. So this is the clinical supervisor, just saying she spoke with probation first thing this morning. Long story short, they sent officers to a sober living, drug tested him, and he came up positive for meth. They searched his car, found no drugs or gun, because it was reported that he threatened one of the clients with a gun, but they did, however, find the detox drink. Learned towards the discharge, okay, leaning towards discharge due to the following continuous rumors of him selling drugs. The client showed up here yesterday and tested positive for methamphetamine, fentanyl, amphetamine, and stated he received these substances from Craig. Craig has threatened other clients, specifically with a gun. He tells everyone he has ties to the cartel. He tells everyone in group that he is not the quote-unquote addict, but the dealer. and his behavior is jeopardizing the sobriety of everyone around him. So
Thank you.
those were the.
All right. Mr. Clark, your response.
No response, Your Honor, that's unreal.
I'm sorry?
No response, Your Honor, I don't. Oh my God.
Mr.
I held a gun to his head to make him do drugs or something, that's what he's saying? Because he came up positive? Look, Your Honor. It's all, sounds like a bunch of crap. I'm being trouble here, I guess. I don't wanna say anything, Your Honor. For 5 months, I went through this program. I would read all the reports every month. You're doing great, everything's doing great, everything's fine, everything's wonderful. They came to my house on the second, said I'd done something wrong. I said, I just peed at the coach yesterday. What am I doing wrong? I don't have class today, I'm down to 2 days a week. I just transferred over from, my counselor transferred me over to 2 days a week.
Mr. Clark, by all appearances, we thought you were doing well, but this is something that I'm struggling, this criminal mindset, this criminal behavior is something that I'm struggling to deal with, because that's something I just can't tolerate it, that you're gonna continue to engage in the behaviors that you engaged in for, you keep shaking your head, but
I'm not ever
but
gonna-
you still have not successfully or satisfactorily explained to me what these messages are.
I'm in love with a girl that's a piece of crap. I'm just feeding her lines and talking crap, and I stuck my foot in my mouth, and I wasn't dealing drugs with anybody. I swear my kid's life, I didn't smoke meth. I haven't done
But-
drugs.
well,
I haven't done
it-
drugs since December 8th.
It was confirmed positive for
Yes,
amphetamines.
amphetamine.
So it tested, the instant test was meth, but it wasn't confirmed positive for meth. So even though meth has been mentioned, it's amphetamines, which you
Right.
do not have a valid prescription for.
Yes, okay.
Did you check the
You're right.
ORS?
I did run the ORS report, Your Honor.
Does he have a valid prescription for
I did not see
for amphetamines? He does not.
The two people that came to my house from the probation department took my prescription in the pill, and they were gonna bring it in to have a test. The coach had it too. It's called amphetamine, and it's a diet pill. And I didn't know it had methamphetamine in it, but that's.
It's not methamphetamines, it's amphetamines.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
diet
don't
pills.
know. Okay. And I'll
But
have
the thing is, it's a prescription drug that you do not have a valid current prescription for.
No, it's 2 years old. The pills were 2 years old. But I couldn't afford Ozempic at the time, so. Correct, I was trying to get Ozempic and a diet pill for my diabetes, to keep my numbers down. I throw my mercy on the court, I'm sorry, Your Honor, and if I can have, just give me a chance to prove that I'm a great grandfather, great dad. I'm not doing any drugs anymore. Dora can have my phone every 2 weeks if she wants to look at it. I'm going from my Samsung phone to a new phone. Nobody's gonna have my number except my kids and me, and I'm done. Please believe me. I've been in jail for 3 weeks. My daughter was worried about me. I talked to her and my granddaughter last night, and, you know, explained to her what happened. She was worried to death, so we missed Father's Day and all that.
My choices now, Mr. Clark, are that I continue you in this court, but require you to do a more substantial treatment, that I terminate you from this court, terminate you from community control, and send you to prison, or I terminate you from this court and send you back to Judge Oda. Those are the three options that I am now left with. Because I, quite frankly, your responses to these allegations today, crap, quite frankly. So I guess I don't know that the treatment team truly weighed in on what I should do.
But you have another chance.
I'm sorry?
You all believe that I did all this. I'm saying I didn't. I said the way it sounds, look, I guess I think I'm guilty too, but I didn't, and I would love to have a chance to prove. I mean, it's a course for veterans, supposed to make veterans rise above. You can ask Troy. I went to his class. I mean, everything's great. Everything's been going wonderful. I just want a chance to prove to you that I'm worth saving. If that's the way you guys want to look at that, that's fine, because it looks that way. But I was here and I believe it too, from what I'm reading and all this. But I love to hear her, you know, smackle.
All right, Mr. Clark, I will continue you on community control today. I'm going to order you to successfully complete a STAR program with any recommended aftercare. I think he was already screened for STAR once, right?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
I'm looking at the PSI.
Oh, okay.
What?
I'll email their court liaison, and
Yeah.
They can
he
probably
was
use that.
actually accepted into STAR already.
okay,
So I know that that's fluid, so.
sounds good.
When you are finished that program, you'll be on 90 days electronically monitored house arrest. And again, Mr. Clark, you know, I can't emphasize enough that I can deal with people making mistakes. I can deal with that, but I demand honesty and accountability. You know, and these guys, you know, Brian and Jordan have been on electronic monitor for quite a while. And again, right now, it's not so much of a punishment as it is trying to hold them accountable. And that's what I want you to do is you need to step up. Whatever your past life was, if you were involved in the mafia, if you were a drug dealer, whatever it was, you got to leave that behind now. And I am willing to give you a chance, but I'm going to tell you that you have to step up and you have to hold yourself accountable, because I'm not going to allow you, whatever happened at the coach, and you know, whether you say it didn't happen, but there was certainly sufficient evidence for this court to believe that you were providing illegal drugs to their participants. You jeopardized them, and I'm not going to allow you to jeopardize these men and their lives and the accomplishments that they're making in there, the changes that they're making. So either you step up or you don't. But the next violation, if it's as significant as this, I'm just going to send you to prison, and I will talk to Judge Oda, because I believe what his response is going to be. You know him better than I do, so you sentence him. So, I don't think, I'm sure you've been over to jail long enough to know you don't want me to sentence you. So that's the court's order. Ms. Tranter, is there anything else?
Nothing further,
Mr.
Judge.
Moss?
Craig Clark denies the allegations, insisting the messages were misunderstood and claiming the drug test resulted from an old prescription weight loss medication. After reviewing testimony and evidence, the judge finds multiple probation violations, but chooses rehabilitation over prison, ordering intensive treatment, electronic monitoring, and warning that any future violations could result in incarceration.